Hey guys, so this weekend I finished up watching Netflix's original series, Maniac. It stars Jonah Hill, Emma Stone, Sally Fields, Justin Theroux, and it is so good. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm Tessa with mamasgeeky.com. Now, let's start off by saying this is a weird show. It's weird, okay? There's drug use, there's a lot of cuss words, which I'm going to be honest, I didn't realize there were that many. And then one of my friends who's pretty sensitive to cuss words, I told her to watch it. And she was like, within 5 minutes, they dropped the F-bomb. And then by the middle of the second episode, I was like, I can't watch this anymore. We do see some sex with not humans. I don't know how to put that. Someone has a problem with enjoying machines. Let's put it that way. But I just think the concept behind it, it's really, really good. And I'm not going to lie. In the last episode, in episode 10, I cried at the end. Like, this show sucked me in so quickly. I think Jonah Hill and Emma Stone are just phenomenal actors. And this proves just how talented they are. Like, Jonah Hill plays someone, his name is Owen, and he's very depressed. He's schizophrenic a little bit. He's got issues, right? And he's just moving through life very, very depressed. You don't really see him smile at all. And it breaks my heart. Like, I got sucked right in and I was like, I love Owen. Like, I want to fix him. Like, send him to me, give him to me. I want to fix him. I want to make him feel better. He's just very solemn throughout the whole movie, okay? I mean, the show. He's very, very solemn. I felt like a movie. I watched it. I binged it so quick. We started it, and like 3 days later, I was done. So I had to know what was going to happen. Emma Stone, she's a recreational drug user, but she's very addicted to this one drug, okay? She's had a hard life. You find out something pretty major in the second episode. I'm trying to keep this spoiler free. I will do some spoiler stuff at the very end, but don't worry, I will warn you ahead of time. But she had very traumatic, something that triggered this drug use, right? A very, very traumatic experience. And I cried a little when that happened also. I'm very sensitive though. I'm very emotional. I cry at everything. So, you know, don't, I cry at commercials sometimes. And if you've watched my videos, you've seen me cry a few times too, for trailers and during reviews even. So I am a very emotional person, and, I guess I'm an empath too, a little bit, and I just felt for these people. Like, my heart was breaking, like, for both of them, and I just really enjoyed the way they interacted. A little bit about this that's not a spoiler. You will know if you have seen any of the trailers, which I did do a trailer reaction, so be sure to check that out. But they are in a drug trial, okay? They're in a drug trial, and they get this drug that's supposed to fix you, right? You don't need therapy. It's a 3-part drug, A, B, and C. You take the A, and it makes you relive the worst moments of your life. You take the B, and it tries to, like, show you, it's B for behavioral, so it shows you what type of person you are, what your flaws are, what's going on. And then C is where it supposedly fixes you, right? It fixes your trauma or whatever the problem is. It corrects it in your brain, kind of, like, I don't know how to describe it. But anyway, so that's where we see them. They're in the drug trial together, and they're obviously very, very connected. Now, something that's really cool, I felt, when these people are in their drug-induced states, right? I'm trying hard to explain this without spoilers. They go through, they're basically different people. It's like a fantasy kind of, right? They're not themselves. But everybody in their life is in their visions, right? So it was really fun going through and watching their visions and, like, picking out, oh, that's that guy. What do I know him from? Oh, is he the lawyer? Wait, is he that guy? Oh, there's his dad, you know? Oh, there's her sister. Oh, there's this person. So that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that, going through and picking it out. But again, it's very strange, okay? I highly recommend watching it, though. It's so good. I love a good, like, suspense type. I mean, this isn't a thriller. It's just very it's weird. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. It's weird, but it is so good. Like, I might watch the whole thing again. It's really, really good. I thought Jonah Hill just was phenomenal. And Emma Stone, the two of them and the two of them together, like, it blew my mind. I'm not used to seeing him in a serious role. He was in maybe Moneyball. He was in something like that. And I didn't watch that. I'm used to him in Superbad, you know, like he's a goofy guy. He's heavy. He lost all this weight. He looks amazing. And I don't know. I was really surprised and pleasantly surprised to see how well and how amazing he was. But let's get to the spoilers. So guys, spoilers. If you haven't seen it or you don't want spoilers, then stop watching now. Okay, guys, the spoilers. So the second episode, when you find out that Emma Stone's character, she didn't kill her sister, but I mean, she was goofing around with that camera, right? She was pretending she was going to take a picture, and she kept taking pictures of her armpit, and it was annoying her sister. She was driving her sister to go live with her fiance, and she was goofing around. And a big semi-truck hits their car, flips them over. She flies out the window. Her sister crashes down to the bottom and dies. Like, what? So she blames herself, obviously, right? She says she treated her so badly, but she's addicted to that A drug because it has her relive her moments with her sister. And she said she keeps taking it because she gets to be with her sister, right? She gets to spend time with her sister. And I mean, that's just, it was like heartbreaking, right? Because if you've ever lost anyone in your life, you know, like if there's any way to get them back, like you would do it. So that was hard. I told myself I wasn't going to cry. It's so stupid. But I loved that. Now you see the guy, the original doctor, he was also an addict of the A pill. And he, I guess they said it ended up being the A and the C pill. But anyway, he ends up dying at the beginning-ish. And then you get Justin Theroux comes in. He's weird, right? You know, he does that little, like, I don't know, virtual reality sex thing. He's like an octopus or whatever. I don't know. That was weird. But you find out, like, he created this computer, right? He created the whole thing. And so he's needed to help come in. And then you find out that the other girl, she gave the computer like a heart, right? She gave her feelings, which is never a good thing. That never goes well in any of these shows or anything. So the computer then decides like, hey, I want to just insert myself. Like she's supposed to insert herself anyway into their thing, into their like visions. But then she starts to like go crazy. And there's people that she's keeping, like and she tries to keep Emma Stone. That was kind of nutty. Like, these people, she's like, well, they're hurting like me, so I'm going to have them come hang out with me because she was in love with the doctor who died. So that part was a little nutty, but I really liked it. Like, I really liked that. And then you find out, which I kind of suspected because I knew his mom was the one who wrote the books, and we saw her picture on the back of some of the books before. And then, when we saw Gerda, whatever she's called, in the visions as Sally Fields, I was like, oh, I think that she's based on Sally. It's like somehow she's based on his mom. And then we find out, yes, she was based on his mom. So that makes more sense as to why we saw her in there. And it was kind of cool when she was talking to herself. Like, that's just how good an actress she is, too. Because she went into the computer to talk to Gertie, and, like, it was the two of them. And she's playing both of them, obviously. And that was really awesome. It was really good. But, guys, when they're done with the drug trial, and Jonah Hill's like, I get obsessed with people, but I'm just not going to contact you. Don't worry, to Emma Stone. And she's like, okay. I was like, no, she wants you to. Like, I could tell she wanted to, but she's being stubborn and stupid. And she's just like, okay, whatever. Then she goes and talks to her dad about her mom and her sister. And that was so sweet. And when her dad was like, she said to her dad, I know the wrong sister died. And he's like, no, that's not true. I was like, woo! I started to tear up a little. I was like, that's so awesome. Her daddy loves her. And then her dad helped her gave her his truck so that she could break out, Owen from the mental institution, which, because he wouldn't lie for his brother, they had him committed. Which that was, to me, that was like a side thing. I know it was like a major part, but to me it was like a side story. I was like, whatever, his brother's a dum-dum douche. And then we find out that his brother like had some girl pee on him. Like you didn't know the whole time what the trial was. And then it's like he made this girl pee on him. That was weird. I'm not gonna lie. But I'm glad that Owen decided not to lie for his brother. I thought that was awesome. But then of course he ends up in the mental institution because of it. And then Emma Stone goes to break him out, and he's scared, right? He says he thought either option A, she wasn't real, or option B, he was going to ruin everything. And he thought option B was worse than option A, which I thought was sweet. And then she breaks him out, and he says, all right, fine. And he leaves with her, and they're driving away, and the orderlies are chasing him, and he's got the dog, and he smiles. And that's what made me like really cry at the end. Like it was the first time in the entire, through all his visions, through everything, it was the first time we saw him smile. That was like, that's what got me. Like he was genuinely happy, right? Which we didn't see at all. And I was like so happy for him. And Emma, really, she was smiling and laughing too. And we didn't really see her. I mean, a little bit with her sister goofing around. She was laughing and smiling, but I don't know. That was just so good. And I don't want to keep rambling, guys. I know this is turning into a long video. There was lots and lots of other little things. Like I wasn't sure the girl Olivia, that he ends up in one of his visions, he like marries her, and they have like 7 kids, and then he jumps out the window, which was super funny because the ground was like right there, and they're like, oh, you're being dramatic. But I was wondering if that was the girlfriend. Towards the beginning, he said there was a girlfriend that his parents paid to like make him happy to be with him. And so I was kind of wondering if maybe that was her. I don't know. We did see him writing a note to Olivia at the end, and I need to go back and see what we can read out of that. But I don't know. I thought the whole movie was, or show, again, I keep calling it a movie. I thought the whole show was really great. I would love to see a season 2, although I would be really afraid it would ruin it. Maybe with different people and a different story. I don't know. Maybe if we saw more of some of the other people that were in the drug trial. I'm not sure. I also, I mean, it was so good, but I hate for it to be ruined by a second season, if that makes sense. Because I'm really not sure. Like, I feel like they closed it well with Jonah, you know, and Emma, the two of them being happy and together. I don't know. And we saw Justin Theroux go off with his sidekick there. I can't think of her name, but the girl that was also running the pharmaceutical trial. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't think we need a season 2 as much as season 1 was great. I just am not sure where they would go with it. I would have to see where they go with it. It would be a hit or miss for me. I don't want them to ruin the first season. It was just really, really good. I highly recommend watching it. If you're sensitive to cuss words and weird things, then maybe it's not for you. But it's really weird. It's really trippy. It's confusing, but it's kind of amazing. That's kind of my end thoughts on that. Be sure to give my video a thumbs up. Comment below and let me know if you feel the same way. What do you think? Did you see Maniac? Do you plan to see it? And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.